What's going on, guys? My name is Saiyan, and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. And yeah, we're doing Kale today. I feel like Kale doesn't need any introduction. If you have even remotely seen any sort of content or or even played this game, you already know the menace that is Kale. Now I will be completely blunt and frank. Um, they say, obviously, as seen here, Kale's difficulty is rather high, but guys, when I show you I'm gonna let the gameplay speak for itself, but definitely take that difficulty with a grain of salt because that just flat out is not true. She is very simplistic to play. And that's because now I don't know if she was just overtuned, or what have you. I think that once her nerfs come out, this video will be redone, and I would hope it's a night and day difference. But essentially, the main ones that we're going to do, yes, we will use occasional skill too, but the real bread and butter of Kale, aside from the ult, which we'll talk about in a minute, is her 3-1 combo. Now, let's get right on into it. But before we do that, I do want to talk about the origins of Kale. So, Kale obviously gives very much Broly-esque vibes. That is because, like Kaba, Hit, Khalifa, they are from Universe 6. They have their counterparts. So, obviously, Kale is the Broly equivalent, if you are familiar with Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan of Universe 7, who's known for their berserk state, where she cannot control her strength, right? Once she's in this form, the shy, timid girl that you'll see like on her intro just goes completely out the window, and this berserk Kale takes over. And like the Hulk, she has one thing on her mind. So, without without further ado, let's get right into her abilities and go from there. So, basic transformation, she is very unique. She is not like other Saiyans, where she does not transform at any other time other than her ultimate. So this is a new mechanic, like Cell's mechanic, where the transformation is linked to the bio-life energy absorption. So that is Cell's unique mechanic, which we'll go over at a later video. But then we have, of course, Kale's transformation, which is essentially when you ult, you have a specific set of time, and then obviously, again, whether it's skill 1, 2, or 3, in terms of level for the super attack, that will determine how long the meter lasts. And, of course, the damage is then amplified. So we'll cover the transformation when we go into the super attack. The passive, now, contrary to Gohan's, which is essentially the power of friendship, she gets the power of courage, right? So when she is in vicinity of a character, could be any character, does not matter. It has to be an ally. She gets a damage boost as well as its speed in which the attacks come out. So you'll be able to see what that looks like. I'm surprised they don't show what it looks like. They just show like the link and what it does, right? So an ability that boosts courage and powers yourself up. Boost damage dealt by skills activated at an ally hero's position. This isn't even just the rush attacks that will change. It is the basic attacks as well. So the rush attack, as you'll see, or are they not? Yeah. So this is the basic attack. You can see that it's kind of like a little, but then obviously as it gets closer to Vegeta. Now the only downside, I guess you could say, to Kale is that you got to be like up in their face. That radius of that passive is rather small for the rush attacks, and of course the power or courage of Conrad's. But essentially, you deal more damage when activated near, and then, of course, now, mind you, that last line is each of these attacks turn into a different sort of ability when you are in your evolution or berserk state. Now, skill number 1, which is the second part to the 3-1 combo, fires a barrage of energy blasts that explode upon impact at a set position. And mind you, if you look at these, they do not have any sort of debuffs other than Kale, right? Sorry, Kale's ultimate. But going back to here, essentially, it is just a massive amount of Ki blasts that go into a set direction and explode on impact. They can, while you're moving, you can shoot at the target and reposition as needed. Skill number 2, Charge Force. So you fire a long-range energy wave. So similar to Super Saiyan 3 Goku's Kamehameha, the range is going to be set, but you can charge it. So that is worth noting. So deals more damage to enemies who are further away. So it's kind of similar to like Gohan's abilities, where like the farther away that you are, but just instead of like pushing them back, you just do more damage the further you are away. So essentially, Kale's playstyle, especially given how much of a powerhouse she is, you're going to see a lot of people try to charge you in your ranked games because they're going to view you as the biggest threat. So with Kale, it's not about, like, you're the one person that you don't want to be isolated, especially in the early game when you don't have snowball stacks built up. You want to make sure that you are as close to a teammate as possible, but also making sure that you are well enough within range that you're able to, one, get kills off, but also, again, you are creating that distance and space for yourself so you don't get caught lacking. So AoE range and damage dealt is increased the longer it is charged. Can move / redirect while charging. I will display that in all. This is perfect for skill 2. For me personally, for those guys that are running away, if they're like on 1 HP, you can just snipe them from that category. And also Charge Force is also extremely good for confirming farm. If your skill 3-1, you were either trying to save it or it was already utilized in 18. Now, the bread and butter of Kale. Essentially, this is the catalyst. This is the start of your combination. So this is your skill 3, the Energy Sphere. Fires a slow-moving energy blast in a set direction that gradually grows in size. If Charge Force hits the blast, it explodes horizontally. If Blaster Shot, so skill 2, horizontal, Blaster Shot, dome shape, it explodes in a dome shape and deals extra damage. Hence why I said 3-1 is going to be your main bread and butter, because this one just hits more hard. And again, the area of effect is just so much better. Charge Force, again, is just a secondary back pocket tool that you can have if they are either moving in a horizontal direction or you just need to confirm any sort of farm, and they might be a little bit spread out. So, lastly, we have the ultimate. As you can see here, she transforms into that berserk state with a meter. Obviously, that is at level 15. So, and then, of course, skill level 3. So, it is going to hit like a truck. As you can see, the health bar of Goku just melts with only 2 hits, right? And then, obviously, that is not with snowball stacks. There can and will be times where you are so built up in both your passive, your level, and of course the super attacks level being skill 1, 2, and 3, or level 1, 2, and 3, sorry, that you will be able to, I kid you not, one-shot them. You click on the, if you're on mouse, you click, left click, instant kill. If you hit whatever your keybind is on your controller for your melee, whether it's square or X, I know some people mix and match depending on your playstyle, it is just going to just shred them. So again, when you see Kale, there's a reason why in your ranked games, a lot of people flee rather than trying to engage. So you have 2 options with Kale. So I'm not going to say and sit here and then just fluff her up like she's this unstoppable force. The only ways to counter Kale are if you throw everything you got at her, because after she takes a certain amount of damage, she will automatically untransform. And or if you are underleveled, you need to get the hell out of dodge. Okay, so those are your 2 options with Kale. You either fight as a team and just hope you can detransform her to eliminate her as fast as possible, or run away if you are under. But without further ado, unleash volatile energy and generate a surrounding shockwave. Transform into Super Saiyan Berserk upon activation. Gain no obstruction and extra HP. Rush attacks will change, and you will not be able to use skills. Vanishing steps will change into a forward lunge with an attack that staggers enemies. So read that. Vanishing steps will change into a forward lunge with an attack that staggers enemies. So if you have someone that is running away, if you vanish step, you will lunge towards them and stagger them, freezing them in place, setting you up for your next punch that can either kill them or just get them extremely low, which can set up a teammate to finish if your meter is running out. So guys, without further ado, Kale is just that lady. So without further ado, guys, you already know what time it is. We are going to hop into our quick battle, and we are going to play us some Kale. So I think we can actually see this is like gameplay, but yeah, I've been playing a lot of Kale in standard battles. And pretty decent. Obviously, again, that's not going to show the other games. I was, out of the 20 games that I played Kale, I went 16-4, and this is, again, in S rank. So, again, her viability is, she's just a powerhouse, guys. We're going to be able to showcase how fast we are able to confirm bosses in team fights, how fast we're able to shred just literally anyone in our path. Kale is an undeniable force that is well deserving of a nerf. I will not lie to you, because, again, especially if they labeled her difficulty being extremely high, the sheer damage output with her 3-1, her ultimate just makes it like, I guess, Topo, right? Recently you saw that Topo's difficulty was all the way low. I would put her around that area as well if all I'm doing is hitting 2 keybinds and then I'm calling it a day, right? So we are going to go with Crush here. I prefer using Crush. Oh wow, with Superstar, this is going to be a real good showing for Kale. With her build, I'm going to go with Super Snowball. I am then going to go with Solid Barrier just to give us a little bit of... I'm going to go with Pursuer, because as we are chasing targets, especially in our ultimate, we are going to be able to spread their health. Kale, of course, can go in either lane, but we are going to go with bot lane. I noticed that when I'm with a tank as Kale, I get a little bit more survivability because my tank, depending on who it is, and doesn't matter who it is, maybe except for, like, Cell, they're able to protect me in different ways. So, guys, let me know if you have either fought against Kale or have used Kale. What are your thoughts on her? Do you think that she is deserving of a nerf, or do you think that she is someone that it doesn't matter whether they nerf her or not, she's still going to be good? All right, so let's see who we're dealing with.
I'll do what I can.
Okay, all right. So, not too bad. We are going to automatically level up our skill 1. That blaster shot is going to come in clutch here. So, boom, as you can see right now, the sheer difference of when the rush attack is at its base form versus at its courage passive boost. Right, so we're close. We're going to be able to do a lot of damage. We have Vegeta securing farm here. I am going to go 1 into skill 3 and 1 into skill 2. So now we have everything that we need. I like using Crush or Crash, so that way I could create space for not just myself, but for my teammates if they need to get into the clouds or set up plays for my team, even though I am an attacker. Alright, so let's see. This is going to be skill 3 into skill 1. Boom. We stole that. So, guys, you see that combination here. And then look at the charge. Boom. Turn that. Boom. That's 1. Like, yeah, this is... Kale, guys, Kale is stupid, and then boom, that's horizontal. We missed, but I just want to show that. So yeah, super clutch for securing farm, and then just securing team fights. So, boom. That explode up real quick. Look at that. We were able to shred half her health with skill 3 and skill 1. Mind you, we have no snowball stacks. Boom. Person's gonna die here.
Gotcha, bitch!
Dead. Alright, we got 1 snowball stack. We are gonna get our ultimate on this next shot. Ooh, I missed. Boom. So now we have that going. Yeah, we're doing good here. Boom, 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 boom. Appreciate this Vegeta for having my back. Up real quick, because that's the one thing you got to be mindful with Kale, because she can get caught lacking, guys. You do not want Kale to be... you don't want your Kale to lose snowball, so whether you are playing with a Kale or you are playing Kale yourself, look at this. Boom. Sets up a play. Boom. That's why I use Crush. Instead of having to go around and waste time while Vegeta is risking his life, I can use Crash, or Crush, I gotta remember his name, to set up a play for myself, and then, of course, open that up for my teammate to get in some... Ooh, there we go. Look at that. Perfect. Set up plays for my teammate as well. So I'm going to leave this for Vegeta. I am then going to go up there and start securing that boss. I'm letting you know that I am going up. You could take that Bojangle fight with caution. Let's see what we can do here. I imagine Boo is giving our Deborah what it looks like a hard time.
Nothing more.
It looks
Okay.
like I have to fight.
Okay, I don't know what Boo's doing. Anyways, we're just gonna keep going right there, okay? Boom, boom, boom. Alright guys, watch. Secure. Secure. KALE secure with the 3-1 combo, guys, is no joke, bro. Boom. Look at Deborah's health just going down low. During this farm. Deborah is going... Ooh. Ooh. Snipe. That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, unfortunately, KALE is a little bit slow on her base rush attacks, even with a super full stack of 4. So taking it with a grain of salt is going to be, obviously, look at this. Boom. Now let's ult. Let's just ult to show you what I'm talking about. Boom. Dead. Boom. Dead. Oh. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She is good. She is good, guys. I'm not gonna hold you. Do I feel a little yucky playing KALE sometimes? I will not hold you. Yes. But I cannot lie. It is a lot of fun playing with her. Now, I'm gonna show you. I don't think our teammates are going to be able to help us here because they're engaging in other fights. So I'm going to show you. With one skill 3-1, we took out almost half his health, guys. So boom. This is by myself, guys, on this secure. So boom. And boom. I could have waited a little bit longer just to get the true secure, because obviously if any of those two were to come in and snipe in a real game, obviously I would not be alone there. But say, for example, in a real fight, if that were to happen, that puts me at a disadvantage for me to get my items taken away. As you can see, that Bojack got absolutely smashed, guys. Who is ISOing me?
Fatality.
Does not matter, Boo. It does not matter. KALE is here by himself, by herself. I was able to solo that Boo. Boo stood no chance. I'm securing that Kai. It does feel good to play KALE sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. As far as a fun factor is concerned, you can tell, obviously, though, it can be a little cheesy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will not lie to you. Alright, we are level 10, so like, and yeah, the way she levels up so fast is just absolutely crazy. Bojack is dead here. Little piece up with Vegeta. Yes, sir. Alright, we are going to keep going, keep going, keep going. Let him take that farm. Oh, Deborah didn't even need me, but Boo was dead to rights regardless. I will not lie to you, bro. That was about to be very spicy. Alright, let's start taking this. Oh, Bojangles is back.
Bruh.
Oh my god. And it's dead. Alright. There it is. There it is. Yeah, man. KALE's no joke. KALE's no joke. Yeah, case in point. That was one game where I was like, I wouldn't be surprised. 9 times out of 10, if you have a KALE on your team, it's either between them or your tech that is going to get it. Unless your DPS, your secondary DPS, is absolutely playing out of their mind, guys. But let's go over the stat line real quick. As you can see, again, the amount of damage I was able to do. Mind you, a lot of the times I did not play KALE the way she's supposed to be played, which is with a teammate. Because, again, if she is built up, as long as you're not getting double teamed, you can hold your own. And of course, holding that ult for those times where you're like, oh, wow, I'm about to get double teamed. I have a get out of jail free card in my ultimate. 3-1 first, then into your ultimate because they're already going to be low, and then you use your ultimate to close out the deal. And of course, you have your skill 2 charge shot to snipe them if they are still giving you trouble, guys. But guys, that is it for the KALE video. Again, she really doesn't even need a second game. Like, she is a powerhouse. She is the powerhouse, right? She was on par with Super Saiyan 1 that had to get buffed at the beginning of Season 0 to, for whatever reason, they felt they needed to buff him. But then he got an emergency nerf. KALE untouched. I foresee her getting a nerf at the start of Season 2, guys. So you won't have to put up with KALE for too long. At least I hope I'm not going to eat my words here by saying this and then she doesn't get hit. But, guys, in the meantime, use her while you can. I highly encourage any rookie. She is very easy to pick up as long as you know the 3-1 combo, knowing to stay back, knowing that your passive boosts you. And then, of course, if you have a Gohan, you're essentially getting even more damage on top of everything. But, guys, she is a fun character nonetheless, so please give her a shot. My name is Citizen, guys. Take care of yourselves. Keep on being awesome, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.